11, and welcome to any parents and carers who may be watching too. This video is to give you as much information around taking A-level history and why it would be a great A-level choice for you at St. Peter's High School. But before we get properly started, I have a quick question for you. What do you think Louis Theroux, J.K. Rowling, President John F. Kennedy, Martha Stewart, Sacha Baron Cohen, or Ali G, and Shakira all have in common? Well, not only are they individuals who have conquered their respective fields of entertainment, writing, politics, the world of business, comedy and music, they are all individuals who have studied history beyond A-level. And I suppose the key question is, what can A-level history do for you? Well, I would say there are lots of positives about A-level history, naturally, as the head of history at St. Peter's. But learning about past events and the people who've influenced history will allow you to understand how the world got to the point it's at now and how it will continue to develop in the future. History will give you valuable skills for the world of work, communication, writing skills, constructing arguments, and problem-solving skills. You might also want to start thinking about A-levels as the bridge between what you will be doing after and beyond A-level. History is considered a facilitator subject. Now, what this means is it is one that is looked upon favourably by top universities. So if you have aspirations to go on to one of the Russell Group universities, then history would be a great selection from that perspective. But I think most importantly, is studying history can lead on to many exciting career options: journalism, law, business, politics, marketing, and maybe even teaching. As a history teacher, one of the most common myths I have to debunk is what can I do with history after A-level? People are stuck in the idea that all they can do is become a teacher or end up on the TV show Time Team. But there are so many more opportunities, down to the soft skills that history encourages. A good historian encourages argument skills, the ability to present a convincing argument which is persuasive and grounded in good evidence. This can lead to career paths in the world of law, project management, politician. Also, the use of looking at evidence and evaluating sources can open career paths into historians, museum curators, researchers, surveyors, and even forensic crime scene investigators. Perhaps it's the creative skills that you would like to harness when it comes to history, taking information and presenting it in a new creative format. Again, this might lead to routes into becoming an architect, a writer, a games designer, the world of advertisement, journalism. Or perhaps it's the expansive writing skills that history allows you to really maximise. Writing beyond bullet points, writing around a theme with a sense of purpose. Again, this would allow you into career paths in sports journalism, blogging, authors, writers. I think what I'm trying to get at is that if you are someone who is uncertain of the career path that you want to take, then history is a subject that will open more windows for you than close them. So what does the course involve at A-level at St. Peter's? There are 3 written exams of various different weights. In Year 12, we look at 2 modules. We look at Anglo-Saxon England and the Norman Conquest, medieval history at its finest. We'll look at topics such as life before the Norman Conquest, looking at the Viking dynasty of Canute and Harthacnut, looking at the reign of Edward the Confessor, doing a real in-depth study on one of history's most famous battles and dates, 1066, the Battle of Hastings. We'll go on to look at the Norman Conquest and how William the Conqueror managed to consolidate his power and the relationship between his sons. And it will conclude with the strange death of William Rufus. The other module in Year 12 you will look at is the Cold War in Europe. If you've enjoyed the international relations and modern modules of the Year 11 course here at St. Peter's, then Year 12 picks up the story right afterwards, looking at the origins of the Cold War and the post-World War II settlement. It looks at the development of the Cold War, the carving up of Germany, key events such as the Berlin blockade and airlift. And it also looks at the European atomic weapons race and the mad world that ensued after the Second World War. In year 13, you'll get the opportunity to have 7 of your 10 lessons on the fantastic topic of Russia and its rulers. And it is filled with great stories. The change from Tsardom to communism, the revolutions that took place in Russia and its involvement in the world wars, key individuals like Lenin, Stalin and Khrushchev and how they governed in Russia, and the establishment of the Soviet bloc. We have deliberately tried to select subjects that play to our expertise in the department and ones that we feel will be of great interest and value to students moving forward. The final 20% of the A-level involves an independent study, and we are quite lucky as an A-level to still have an element of coursework. You can make the course your own. The final 20% of the course is an independent study where you get to choose the question, you get to show the skills of a university undergraduate, researching the topic, presenting your findings, arguing with esteemed historians in your write-up. It's not just the history department who are extremely passionate about the A-level that's on offer at St. Peter's. Here are a series of quotes from our current Year 13s who have taken the time to message about why they think it would be the right choice for you moving forward. Have a read through what they have to say and see what the students think, rather than just taking my word for it. I think it's also worth pointing out at this moment that students who have been with us for all their 5 years of history, or students that have joined the sixth form brand new, found it a great learning environment to thrive in. And selfishly, I had to add these quotes in, just because I can't think of a better review for the history course than these 2 statements. So, what to do next? Well, you can get a real flavour of the great topics studied in Year 12 looking at the pre-booklet provided on Show My Homework for all Year 11 history students. Why not get a running head start at the course, which will allow you to maximise the 2 years spent on this A-level? If you have any further questions about A-level history, please do not hesitate to contact myself at dslaughter@sphs.uk.com. And finally, I think it's worth noting that many students that take history at A-level at St. Peter's go on to combine it with some of the other great A-level options that we have, which include sociology and politics. Again, if you have any further questions about them, please don't hesitate to get back in contact. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at the start of the new academic year in September.